Good morning, friends. Just thought I'd give you a quick look of the second floor of the Grand Palace Hotel. There's a very nice little snack station and a fridge full of perishables that hikers leave for one another. There's milk, jams, hummus, juice, little coffee machine and microwave and toaster station, bunch of books and magazines, and a hiker box full of random food and iron supplements and a tiny can of Coke. Hikers give and take snacks, and a much bigger but very random hiker box downstairs. So this hotel, you guys, it is perfect for hikers. They look that way, and you can fit as many hiker trash as you can in one room, and it's beautiful and cheap. And this is one last look at the Grand Palace Hotel, or just Palace Hotel, I guess. And it is amazing. It looks like every classy hotel from a classy movie you have ever seen. I'm just trying to soak up the memories because this place is amazing. And on a Friday night, can you believe it? On a Friday night, one person room was $90. Unbelievable. You managed to fit 3 hiker trash in there. I mean, granted, this was established in 1882, and those rooms are for single people. And in 1882, people were also shorter. It's pretty funny. But still, it's beautiful. And there's a very basic free breakfast every morning around 8. This is old school cool. A big old gallery of random old-timey photographs, which, come to think of it, you can reproduce the same effect by just going to vintage stores and getting photographs that nobody wants anymore, and then fancy frames, very fancy frames like this guy, whoever he is. The old-fashioned retro check-in desk, this little bell. But yeah, love this place. Highly recommend it.
Also, so guest already checked.
Hey guys. So, all good things must end, and unfortunately I am gonna call it quits on this hike. There's several reasons, but the main among them is that my legs are falling apart. As best as I can tell, I have shin splint on my left leg, something wrong with my knee on the right leg, and that sartorius muscle in both hips. And that is after the good drugs, the ibuprofen and the muscle relaxant. And without them, and stretches. Without them would have been even worse. So I think that's the universe sending me a message saying that my legs are just not in good enough shape. Contributing factor is that it's super lonely on the CDT. It is common to walk 2, maybe 4 days without meeting another person heading in the same direction. From what I can tell, the average day on a CDT is almost as bad as the loneliest day on a PCT. And mental health is as important as physical health. And another contributing factor is goddamn highway roadwalks. That broke me. That absolutely broke me. Your choice is to either escape into a podcast and hope you don't get turned into a pavement pancake, or hitchhike your way through, which is not my philosophy. If it works for others, yeah, good for them. Not for this guy. So basically, I just physically cannot continue. If I took, I don't know, 3 or 4 days off, then A, it would just add to the number of miles I need to do on average to complete this trail in a reasonable time frame, and B, still would not be a guarantee of success. So yeah, well, I hiked about 157 miles through the desert, had some adventures, and toured a ghost town. So there's always the option of me deleting all of these videos, but that would be cowardly and dishonorable, and I hope at least one of all y'all will learn something new and actionable from all this stuff. Me, if I could do it all over again, I probably would have started from the Canadian border, would have headed south. And because there's a bunch of little stops for food and all-you-can-eat buffets every 20 miles or so, from what I understand. And when you start on the south border, Mexico, basically the first town is 83 miles away. So right from the start, you are off with about 4 days of food, 3 days if you're a badass, 5 days or 6 days if you're very careful and doing just 15-ish miles a day, and a lot of water, lots and lots of water. So, yeah. But I think my big thing was that when I was exercising and getting ready for the trail, before my hike, I was just hoofing back and forth around the city with a weighted down backpack, 35-pound weight, I mean, not bad. But I'm guessing I didn't go up and down the stairs enough, so I didn't exercise all of my muscles. So if you are planning on doing the CDT or any big trail, I recommend you to join a gym and just work out all the muscles, thighs, ligaments, knees, ankles, what have you, so that when you start the trail you have some Superman or woman, I guess, legs, and so that your body will be ready for what's to come. Maybe it's the elevation, maybe it's the ultra long peak boots, I don't know. I'm as surprised as anyone else that my legs decided to just basically call it quits. It's no bueno, no bueno. I mean, the blisters on the feet, I can absolutely understand that. I mean, that is inevitable. It's an absolute horror show. But, braces suck. So yeah, physical health, mental health, and the never-ending highway walks. And from what I understand, there's going to be many, many more of those on the trail. So for now, my plan is, it is 9:46 a.m. I'm the last hiker left, more or less, at the Grand Palace Hotel, and gonna hang around and take a cab to their teeny tiny airport. I forget what it's called, but it's a Grant County airport, and they have a teeny tiny plane that goes from Silver City to Albuquerque. It's $91 for a 1-hour flight, which is an amazing deal. And for some reason, it's hard to get a bus out of this town. Strange place. In Albuquerque, I'm gonna hang out for 2 days, and then, because today's Saturday and post offices ain't open on weekends, Monday morning, me and my buddy are going to drive to Cuba, which is a hilarious name for the town, and rescue my ice axe and winter gear from their post office. Then I'm gonna drive back, and then Monday evening, today Saturday, Monday evening going to take a non-stop flight to New York, land there on Tuesday morning, and then from there figure out some kind of a land-based transportation back to Quebec City. There's always buses, ride shares, blah blah blah, because there's no good direct flights from Albuquerque to Canada on short notice. So a bit of a trek, but if I had stayed here and prayed and hoped for my legs to recover, and if I'd taken like 3 or 4 zeros, it would have cost pretty much just as much. So, not super happy that this adventure ends just a couple of weeks after it began, but it was cool. Took some great pictures and great videos, remembered why I don't like cows, explored the ghost town of Old Hachita, made some really cool friends, remembered why I love this thru hiker community, and yeah, maybe, so I don't think the Triple Crown is for me, but because this trail, seriously, if you don't believe me, just look it up. It goes along the side of the highway so much, and that broke me mentally. It broke me because it was not what I want to do with my precious days off, walk on the side of the highway instead of like a forest. But yeah, so no Triple Crown for this guy, but maybe someday I will return to the PCT and do it all over again. This time with no injuries, with no breaks, without having to call my accountant every time I get a reception. It was a very strange hike. And then there was no celebration at the end because the wildfires closed the final section, and there were just the few of us who had touched the Northern Monument and a bunch of others who did not and were very, very angry about that. So maybe PCT someday, maybe, not sure, but we'll see. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, y'all. I might post a little montage of my dust scrapper plane New York whatever trip. But I don't think it's going to be as directly relevant to your future CDT endeavors. So yeah, I hope this has been marginally useful, and I hope it helped. Happy trails, y'all. Godfather out.